It looks so sad out of water. But then again, probably before you know it, or when I say before you know it, in about another 6 months or so, the water will be back up, and well, the Yawtoo will once again be back in the water. What's up, you guys? Chet-Guthrie with What the Chet here, coming to you all with my third channel here on this wonderful platform we call YouTube. And I just want to say, first of all, you guys, I had an amazing haunt season here on the third channel. You guys really love the decoration stuff. So I believe for Christmas staycation, I think that will be a focus on this channel as well. Anyway, it's been about 10 days since I last posted. I mean, the entire month of October, What the Chet and Dream Poet, both haunt seasons fell in tandem, and they were awesome. But anyway, guys, I know I haven't really posted anything here. Now, I was gonna make a video on the election because, you know, recently that's a big thing that happened, you know, transition of powers and whatnot. But I kind of held off on it just because I've seen a lot of people melting down online. There's some crazy stuff going on right now, and really the video is just going to be just a congratulatory video, but also saying, you know, for those who don't necessarily, or those who don't agree with Trump, or those that don't like him, I was going to say some words of encouragement, just some words of peace, that it'll get better. It always does. But I'm just afraid if I do that, I am going to get caught in the crossfire, and I don't want to. I don't want that to happen. But anyway, I'm going to leave it as that. I just feel like that's probably the best thing to do. And like I said, I wanted to make a video on it, but I know it. I don't know. I just didn't want to get caught in the crossfire. So, having said my piece on that, we are out here at the cabin with the water down today. And this is one of my all-time favorite times of year. The water is down. And honestly, I kind of like it more with the water down than with the water up. Because when the water is down, you can see all the cool stuff that the river has been hiding. Although I don't like the fact that it's still so muddy. But anyway, you can see like all the wildlife that has come through. Honestly, it's just so cool to see like where the actual water line is, because upstream there is a dam that controls all this. So again, as I say, you get to see what it looks like with the water down and all the little treasures that appear. And this is just so cool. You got a lot of rock over there. And obviously it's pretty dry where I'm at right now. But yeah, you guys, usually every year, well, every year I should say, not usually, you can find a lot of mussels. Like, they're kind of like oysters, but they're mussels. Anyway, they filter all the water. Now, they used to be in plenty before all these dams were put in. And I mean, there are other reasons why you don't really see that many mussels anymore. But I'll say there are some that you can find that are just completely purple on the inside. I think that they make jewelry out of those. I want to say they make jewelry out of them. And I don't know how well you all can see that, but there is a chair lost to the wayside. Probably got thrown out or off the dock at a party. She's probably gonna be there for a good while longer. Makes you wonder how some stuff has gotten out here on the river. And just look at this. I admire the people who put this thing in. And I'm not gonna lie, in all the years that that my family has had this particular property, I have always wanted to go down that, but I never have. I guess one person can really dream, I guess you can say. So I haven't found any mussels though, but it's like the more you go back, the more likely you are to find them. My gosh, it is just so peaceful outside. Now granted, it is going to get colder, as it always does around these parts, but it's pretty nice. About 72 degrees outside. But yet all the leaves are falling. Winter is not quite here yet. It just makes you want to just bask in moments like these. Just the sheer peace of it all. By the way, you see those things sticking out of the water right there? Right there. And right there. And right there. All those are river mussels. Here, I'm gonna take my shoes off. I want to show these things to you guys. They are really, really cool to look at. They are practically fossils. Now, I don't like getting muddy, but just seeing these things is totally worth it. So maybe I can brush my feet off a little bit. And, well, anyway, it's worth getting my feet clean just to show these things off. I don't like the mud, the grossness, even though, I don't know, maybe it's just one of those things, like the older you get, the more you don't really like to get muddy. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But as you can see, these mussels, they leave tracks. There's that big boy right there. Looks like they're just clinging on. Isn't that so neat? Granted, I will put him back, but usually when you see these type of mussels, when they're dead, they have a really pretty purple color. But I'm not going to kill him just for the sake of getting that really pretty purple color. And it gets really cool the more you go back here. You can find fossils, or I'm guessing probably what would be an ocean bed, probably a couple of million years ago. I pulled out a chunk of it one time, but like the more you go into like this area, which was all original creek bed, you'll find some very interesting things come about. And here's another one. Hey, cool, you can see how it's filtering water. Isn't this so beautiful? Isn't it just so beautiful how nature works? Anyway, back you go there, little guy. I'm not gonna bug you anymore. Now I'm gonna try to find one. What am I trying to say? Now I'm gonna try to find one that is dead, just to show you all that color that you can find when, like, they do pass on. I think they make jewelry out of them. I want to say that they do. By the way, I remember another thing about coming out here and walking in the riverbed. There is a lot of grit and a lot of gravel, and it is very painful. Now I remember. But I will say, at least it's not as painful when you're walking on dry mud. Because when you're walking in the mud, you know, you're sinking and all your weight is hitting just all that grit. It's very painful. And by the way, check this out. Here's one of the natural springs that feeds into the river. That's so cool. I'll say, too, also kind of feels like you're walking on the moon, or maybe Mars. Also, as I was mentioning about fossils and stuff, usually you can find them in those big deposits right there, like right there and right there. I know, like I said, I brought up a big giant chunk one time for my dinosaur park. By the way, I think I should be getting another edition for the holiday season. So it's slowly coming together, my mini collection of dinosaurs. Oh yeah, and look, there's another chair over there. I wonder how many more chairs there are that we can find out here. Actually, that one looks like that's in some pretty decent shape. No, it's got that crack in the middle, which kind of sucks, because that looks like that would make for a pretty nice little chair. Now once again we bask in the landscape that feels a lot like Mars. Still, I'm looking for one of those mussels. I used to collect them a lot as a kid, but it's like the more you come out here every winter, well, you don't really see the dead ones anymore. Wondering if kids or teenagers with the same interests, I wonder if maybe that's where they went off to. Maybe. Don't quite know. Now we're getting into the riverbed again. And you can see all the little lines where all the baby mussels would be. You can also see where, well, the bigger ones have been moving around. What are they trying to do? Are they trying to make some kind of language? Because obviously there's a circle right there. A couple more circles right there. So I guess they've just been moving around on the bottom. Ooh, and there's the rocks. Ow. I do a lot for you guys. This is just one of those things that I don't like. It's painful. Very painful. Ow, ow, ow. That is all I'm going to say about that. But before we end this vlog, you guys, let me show you that slab of rock that I pulled out sometime last year. This is what I'm talking about. Kind of covered in leaves and whatnot, but if you look really close, you can see shells, like little shells, probably something that you would see on the beach. And well, of course, you know, Tennessee during you know, during the days of the dinosaurs. I think it was like maybe Triassic, Jurassic. This entire state was covered underwater, so it only makes sense that you have a slab of seashells in a landlocked state presently. And you know what, you guys? Like that, this is another vlog for another day. Just sitting here on the swing, watching the sun go down, watching the leaves fall to the ground. It's really nice. Really peaceful. This is why I like this kind of weather. Especially times when it gets kind of dreary outside, but it's not terribly cold, you know, with that slight hint of fog. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me being weird. But anyway, guys, remember, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Always means a lot. Goes to show that you all care and that y'all want to see more awesome videos. So without further ado, you guys, this What the Chet vlog is over. See y'all in the next one.